He passed away, but when? I could not find any record of his death. I could not find a death certificate. I could not find a grave. I went to the graveyard myself. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find any information on his possible siblings, his parents. Hi everyone. So I just wanted to give a little update regarding the Hamlins. I was able to track down a very old document. I think this would be the oldest document I've come across so far in regards to the Black Hamlins of South Carolina and from my branch. It was a Freedmen's Bureau bank record for a Frederick Hamlin who was 18 years old at the time. It was taken in March of 1873. That's when this document was recorded. And the document was set in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina. But it stated that this Frederick Hamlin was born in Timmonsville, South Carolina, and that his parents were Israel and Charlotte, who were deceased at the time, by that time, and that his siblings were John, Joseph, Judge, Charles, and Albert. I'm sure he was missing some, but this confirms my theory that Israel Hamlin is my third great-grandfather Lawrence Hamlin Sr.'s father. Okay? But the new factors are these other siblings and Charlotte, the mother. So Frederick was born about 1855, which is a year after my third great-grandfather was born. And I've already confirmed that John, Joseph, and Judge were my third great-grandfather's brothers. And he's saying that those are his brothers as well. You get the connection. Okay? But yes, it's always good to get extra validation, you know? So yeah, now I have to look into this Charlotte. But yeah, I was so happy to find it. The next piece that I have, which is Breakthrough. If you remember my first video, I had no clue where or when my third great-grandfather Lawrence died. I only had record that he was alive in 1915 because he was listed as the informant on his brother Israel Jr.'s death certificate in 1915. And I know that he died sometime before 1920 because his second wife, Rosanna Benjamin, lists herself as widowed in the 1920 census. So sometime between 1915 and 1920, Lawrence Hamlin Sr. died. I don't know how I came across this. I was up at like 2 o'clock in the morning the other night, and something told me, look through the websites that showcase vital records for the state of South Carolina. And I looked through the original death index. So a little historical context. South Carolina did not properly start recording deaths the way that they do modernly now until 1915. So you would have to look through church records, county records if they're still available. Many have been destroyed or not kept well. But 1915 is when the state of South Carolina started to properly collect death information on their people. I found a website that actually has a PDF that shows the original death index from 1915 to 1967. So I'm looking through the names. I'm looking through all of the names one by one. And I came across a Lawrence Hamilton. Just let's put a pin there for a second. Lawrence Hamilton is what my third great-grandfather was listed as in the 1910 census because of a typo. How do I know it was him? Because he was listed with Rosanna, and 3 of his other children that I've confirmed are theirs. Like, this is their family. The name was just wrong. The last name was wrong. So I stopped looking at the Hamlins on that death index, and I'm looking at the Hamiltons. I found Lawrence Hamilton, born about 1854, and died on January 20th, 1918. Okay, so I was able to plug in the death index information, and I actually found the death certificate. So according to the death certificate, he died of congestive heart failure. But unfortunately, the informant on that death certificate did not have a lot of information because the burial location was not listed. But I have a pretty good feeling that Lawrence Hamlin is most likely buried where the majority of his children are buried, which is in Savannah Grove Cemetery in Florence, South Carolina. But again, such an old cemetery, the headstones, many of them have been sunk in, and people wouldn't be surprised if people are buried on top of others. But I will not stop. Who knows? Maybe in the future there will be some type of technology that would be able to help me confirm this. Now, lastly, while looking at that death index where Lawrence is, I also found Israel Jr., not his father, Israel Jr., and they misspelled his first name as Israel. So when I started to look for the death certificate for Lawrence based off of the last name Hamilton, I also came across the 1910 census where Israel was his neighbor. Lawrence Hamlin, was neighbors with his brother. And it also showcased Israel's wife's name. Her name was Idella. So Israel and Idella Hamlin. Getting more connections, and it's so beautiful. Actually, I was recently contacted by some family members from another Hamlin branch. My second great grandfather, Lemuel, his brother, Charlie Hamlin, Sr., his descendants have actually been throwing a family reunion now. I believe this is their second annual family reunion, and they saw some of the updates I made in our Hamlin family group page on Facebook, and they reached out to see if I can do some type of presentation for them. And I actually put together a family tree that focused on their branch, a giant one, 60 by 40 inch family tree on dry erase board, so that they can write, the people that are attending the family reunion can write their names in where they fall, where they fall in on the tree, as a group activity. And also, because I'm not able to attend in person, unfortunately, I actually put something together for them. Instead of a presentation, I put together an audio recording of the family narrative that focuses on their Hamlin branch. And I think I'll actually release it on here so that you can hear for yourself family narrative. It's actually really cool. I'm very proud of it. Well, thank you for listening. That's all I got for you today. Just wanted to give you a quick update.